Hello, here's my number one reason why many people will fail on the one meal a day diet. If you want to eat for only 1 hour a day, you need to have, in my opinion, a specific attitude that will allow you to eat this way. And I had to learn this over probably 2 months. I'm now eating one meal a day for 2 months, and before that I was eating one meal a day on and off for already more than 2 months, I would say. So in total 4 months, but in the first 2 months not every day, because I observed that I was highly attached to food. And of course I'm still, but what I mean is emotionally attached. I would go for having some food in any case when I was feeling a little bit unwell, or a little bit like something is missing. I could feel a little bit better, or I was bored, or was tired, or anything that felt not like any time I felt not 100% content with what I was doing at the moment, or what I felt in this moment. And that was a habit. I would go to eating food just in those moments, and I think most people are doing that with some snacking or some drinks, or anything that will pick them up when they don't feel 100%. And this is the attitude you have to change. And this is so difficult, and why most people won't eat for only 1 hour a day. But you can change your mind. You can master this, and you can completely detach, in my opinion, from this this relationship with food, where it is not for physical nourishment, but for emotional satisfaction, for emotional to help you deal with emotional problems, basically. And this is also the reason why the one meal a day will grow you mentally huge in a big way, because you have to learn how to deal with your mental problems in a very different way than you were used to, because just covering them up with distraction from food is much easier than dealing with them differently. And you will observe, or let's say I observed, that when you cannot escape in those moments to eating something, that you are faced with this situation where you don't feel well, and you start to observe why you don't feel well. Before it was like, oh, I don't feel so well, let's eat something, and you never really get to the root of those feelings. And when you are not able to escape to food, it is interesting, because then you will discover many things about yourself, because in all those moments I was forced to think about them. What's happening right now? Why don't I feel good? And I learned much from those often not very troubling situations when you were able to escape to food. But when you are not able, you will have to deal with them, and that's of great help. And that's why I think the one meal a day diet can facilitate mental growth in a big way, and you will grow spiritually, and it will help you enlighten probably easier, because you will observe your mental habits much quicker, because you are forced to, in a way. And yeah, this is of great help. I like the diet so far. Maybe to give an update after those 2 months, I'm not quite sure, but I would guess I was switching back and forth between eating at night and then eating breakfast, and then eating at night again. And now for the last 2 weeks I was eating at 6:30 until 7:30 or 8 sometimes. And yeah, after this experience, I didn't really like it as much as the morning routine. I have done another video where I explained my experience with the morning routine and all the positive sides. I just now miss so much that I'm going to switch back probably to eating breakfast when possible, or I will just keep it more flexible on days when I know I will eat out with friends. I will just eat whenever I eat then socially, and keep it just flexible. But the biggest thing why I will switch back to the eating in the morning is the sleep. Sleep quality is just through the roof, at least in my experience, when I go to bed completely fasted. That's nice, because then in the morning I'm very alert, I'm very awake, and this is very helpful now in the winter time when it's dark outside in the morning. And yeah, this helps greatly to get up in the morning, because then also the motivation is big to just do a quick workout and then have the meal of the day before anything else, and then feel full basically for almost all of the rest of the day. And also what I like more now in the winter time is feeling a little bit warmer when you have a big meal in your stomach, compared to being fasted all day long. That's sometimes a little bit cold, and at night it doesn't bother me. I just put on a big blanket, and that's fine. I'm not cold when I sleep. Yeah, that are the reasons why I will probably not do the usual way, and like most people do on this diet, and eat the evening meal. I will eat breakfast most days, or maybe sometimes lunch. I feel that's best. And yeah, also still feeling great mentally. My weight is stable, with eating around 1,500, sometimes less, sometimes a little bit more, but I would say on average that amount of food. And I might also go even with 1 day a week where I eat 2 meals, because it's just I feel I sometimes just need a day with a little bit more calories, like 2,000 to 2,500 maybe a day, but I will figure that out in the future. So try out this diet if you want to grow mentally. That's the point. It's a challenge. It's not easy, because basically you're doing something different than everybody else, but it will, if you're interested in personal growth, this will facilitate it and accelerate it in a big way. So that's my feedback on this 1 meal a day. See you soon. Ciao.